Hey guys, welcome back to day 4 of Vlogmas. Alright, so you guys see the title of this video. This is going to be a story time. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you enjoy the content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, for the people who are already subscribed, if your post notifications are not on, go ahead and click that bell so you can be notified every time your girl posts. Y'all, I am posting every day up until Christmas this month, so I want to make sure that you guys are notified about it. Also, y'all, I need all the support that I can get this month, okay? This is going to be a very hectic month for me, considering the fact that I am posting every day until Christmas. The most that I can say to y'all is if you are already subscribed to the channel and you regularly watch me, like the video. It helps me so much. Just like the video. I understand, you know, sometimes we might forget because, you know, we might be just too into the story. We might like it, then we click off and we go on about our day. But liking the video helps me a lot. So I feel like for every video, what you would call it, do not forget to like the video or whatnot. But boom, let's get straight into the story time because I know that's what you guys are here for. But like the video first. I'm watching you. So boom. So you guys see by the title, this is the story time about where she slept with my man. And honestly, I really do not know what I'm going to title this story time, considering the fact that this girl was not my friend. The fact that she slept with my man was mind-boggling. And then on top of that, this wasn't really my man, but it's a lot. We're gonna get into it, right? This story time takes place with Stanley. If you guys do not know who Stanley is this boy that I used to talk to in high school, talked for so long, and yeah, he just did me dirty. He always put other girls before me, and I always stuck with him. I don't know why. I always stuck with him, always forgave him, up until like now, like, well, not now, I've been stopped talking to Stanley, but I forgave him. Like, he would sleep around with so many different girls, and like, I will get mad, I will cry about it, I will get upset, and then he will come and he will say a couple of things and I'll be right back with him like a fool, right? The thing is, me and Stanley, that's the bad part about the whole situation. The whole situation with me and Stanley is that, like, we never dated. Like, he never asked me to be his girlfriend. And like, now looking back at it, I feel like, I mean, well, I'm slowly but surely coming to terms with it and, like, you know, not beating myself up about it as much as I used to. I feel so guilty that I dealt with a guy for 6 years on and off, and he never asked me to be his girlfriend. Throughout that time period, Stanley had girlfriends. Like, he had girlfriends around the time periods where we weren't talking. But basically, I'm not even gonna sit up here and cap to you and make it seem like, oh my God, I don't know why Stanley never cuffed me. I'm not gonna put all my business out there because there's certain things that I can't really tell y'all. But I'm not gonna lie, I did some whole shit. Okay, let's just say that. So I kind of understood why he didn't cuff me, but it's not the fact that I didn't forgive myself because Stanley didn't cuff me. It's the fact that I allowed Stanley to treat me the way he treated me. All because of the fact that I felt that that's how I was supposed to be treated because of the whole shit that I did. I just basically kind of felt like this is how I'm supposed to be getting treated. But no, I really could have left that boy alone, but I didn't want to leave him alone. Even though me and Stanley were not boyfriend and girlfriend, I had very simple rules for him. You should not be sleeping with nobody while you're sleeping with me, because personally, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's things called STDs, there's things called pH balances getting knocked off. There's so many different factors, and I just would not want him sleeping with girls while he's sleeping with me. Like, I just did not like that, right? And the thing is, when I was dealing with Stanley, like the time period that me and Stanley were dealing with each other, I did not sleep with no other guy. I legit had my eyes on him. I did not sleep with no other guy. Mind you, this is not even my boyfriend. Like, you know, if I'm gonna tell him not to sleep with girls, I'm not gonna be out here sleeping with guys, right? Stanley would make it look like he was not sleeping with girls, and honestly, y'all, I believed him. In the beginning, when we first started talking to each other, I actually believed that he was not sleeping around with other girls, because I kid y'all not, like, I kid you guys not, Stanley used to be me and Stanley used to be getting it in every day. Today, I ain't gonna get it. Yeah, is that too much, Irene? Yeah, that's too much. But yeah, we were getting it in every day, to say the least. You know what I mean? So in my head, I'm thinking like, when does he have time to do this? You know what I mean? Because, and multiple nuts being bust I know that's TMI, but I'll just let y'all know. I ain't gonna include that in my story. That is a multiple squirrels. Y'all know how squirrels be busting nuts. So I'm thinking like, you know, I'm thinking like, you know, he don't got time for nothing else. Like, we done already made it do what it do. Wrong. Sure enough, as the school year started going on, so many girls started coming to me as a woman. And the funny thing is, because even though me and Stanley were not dating, the whole school knew we were messing around. The whole school, they put us together, honestly. Like, we were not dating, but like everyone knew we were. Like, everyone knew. There will be girls that will come up to me as a woman. They'll be like, hey, I'm not gonna lie, I was with him last night, and I would confront him. He would sit around and he would call them liars. It was just a lot, right? So one day, and this was right before he ended up going to alternative school. If you guys do not know, Stanley ended up going to alternative school because he had sex on the staircase with this other girl that he was dealing with, that he told me that he was not dealing with, and a teacher caught them. So they both got sent to alternative school, right? Right before he got sent to alternative school, it was just so much going on. Mind you, this is senior year of high school, y'all. Everybody was coming to me as a woman. Like, people were telling me, oh, he was doing this today, he was doing that, right? Then on top of that, Stanley started, like, our link started becoming shorter and shorter. Like, I would text him and I would be like, you coming today? And he would be like, nah, I got practice. Nah, I got this, I got that. Because he used to play sports at school, right? He would lie and say he had practice, but the thing is Stanley, practice ain't never stopped Stanley. You know what I mean? Like, he used to come before practice, after, like, practice never stopped him. Like, he would just do like just weird shit. Like, he would tell me like, oh, come over. I would be like, okay, I'm on my way. And then he'll be like, hold on, wait, you can't come over. And I'm like, why not? And then he would legit like not tell me why. I used to drive past this boy's house, and I don't even know if he knows that, but I used to drive past this boy's house. This boy's car would not be in the drive-thru, and then he would be like, oh, you can't come, my people are home. And then I'm like, how you know your people home but your car not even in the drive-thru? I really used to tell him that because I didn't want him to know that but shit, he lived around my area. Shit, I just used to pull up on the kid and see, right? So at this point in time, I'm just like, okay, this is just getting out of hand. Like, it's just too much of him doing this weird, like, just weird sneaky ass shit, right? The links got short. Then one day I went to bed. This was after school. This was after school. I texted him and I was like, are we linking today? Because that was our routine. Like, we used to link. Like, so I asked him. The funny thing is, I asked him in the hallways during hallway transition. I was like, we linking today or what? And he was like, yeah, I got you. Then I text him after school and I'm like, are we linking? He's like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I have so much to do today. Now let me tell y'all something. Stanley was very hypersexual. Sex is like his main thing. Like, even to this day, this boy tried to follow me the other day and tried to like DM me and was like begging for me and him to link the other day. And I had like, boy, be fucking for real. Like, I have not messed with you in so many years. Like, what makes you think I'm gonna mess with you now? Then on top of that, you're not even my type. Like, you're not cute. I can't see. I'm blind. Like, bro, like, you were ugly. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I was looking at, but you are not cute. You know what I mean? He just is very hypersexual. But the thing with Stanley is he will always put sex before he put anything. Like, I would never ask Stanley to link and he has an excuse for why he can't link. Like, if Stanley has like an excuse for why he can't link, it's something serious, you know? So he tells me, oh, I can't link with you today, I got a whole bunch of errands to run. Now just something in my spirit just told me like he doing stuff that he don't got no business doing. So I confronted him and I was just like, Stanley, I really hope and pray that you are not sleeping with another girl while you're sleeping with me, because I already told you, I know we don't date, but if you want to sleep with other girls, you cannot come now and try to sleep with me. Like, you can't do that. He was like, I'm not. Like, he started like getting angry at me, and every time I used to confront him or anything, he used to get so mad at me. I went to bed, right? Because I was like, okay, I guess I'm not linking with him. Oh well. I went to bed, I took a nap, I went to bed, and I had a dream. So in this dream, you see Stanley, okay, I'm gonna say, let's say there's a street called Glenwood Street, right? So in this dream, legit, the dream showed like the street name. Like I seen the street sign and it said Glenwood Street. And then I was able to see Stanley, and Stanley drove. He stopped at the stop sign at Glenwood Street. He drove through the neighborhood. Like I was just seeing him driving through the neighborhood. And in the dream I was thinking, why is Stanley in this neighborhood? Like Stanley don't live here. Like the neighborhood that Stanley was in, like I knew the neighbor, like I actually know the neighborhood in real life, and Stanley did not live there. So I was just like, why is Stanley in this neighborhood? So he keeps driving, and I'm just watching him. He's making a whole bunch of turns, right? So then he ends up getting into this cul-de-sac and he parks his car. He gets out of his car and this girl comes out, this dark-skinned girl comes out. He kisses her on the lips and they go inside her house. Now when they're inside the house, they start taking off their clothes and getting ready to have sex. As soon as that happened, I woke up from the dream. I'm the type of person I know some people about to laugh, but I'm the type of person, if I don't like the way the dream is going, I'm gonna stop the dream. I know not everybody has the power to stop their dreams. I don't know. I have the power to stop my dreams. Like if I feel like I'm about to get killed in my dream, I wake up. You know what I mean? So as soon as I seen them taking off their clothes, I did not want to see that shit no more, and I woke up. And y'all, when I woke up from this dream, that shit felt so real. Like it felt like I watched him, you know, sleep with another girl, potentially sleep with another girl. But at this point in time, y'all, I went off on him. Like I texted him and I went clean off. I was like, yup. I was like, I knew it. Like I started going off. I was like, I knew it. I knew that's what you were doing. I knew that's what you were doing. I started calling his phone. Tell me why he not answering. Mind you, Stanley never used to answer the phone. But when I didn't want to talk to him, this nigga will blow up my phone. This boy never answered my calls. But every time he tried to get in contact with me, let's say I'm busy or I'm sleeping or I didn't want to talk to him, this boy would call me so many times, y'all. But when I would call him, this boy would not answer my calls. Like he would legit ignore me. Like he would not return the calls either, right? I was like, I just had a dream. I was like, you're a fucking hoe. Like I was going off on him. I just had a dream. You're a fucking hoe. I was like, the reason why you don't want to link with me is because, oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, I literally, like something told me to check my phone because I sent my brother to go get me food, and my brother just texted me right now. I sent him to McDonald's to get me something to eat because I'm actually very hungry, and my brother just texted me right now and said that Stanley is at McDonald's, and he sent me a picture of his car. Let me tell y'all, so at this point in time, I'm going off on him and I'm telling him, I said, I had a dream. I said, I know what you've been doing and I know why you don't want to link with me. You don't want to link with me because you are doing it with someone else. And I said, that's cool. If you want to do stuff like that with other people, that's cool. But like I said before, you're not gonna have sex with me. Like if you're having sex with other girls, I don't want to have sex with you. This boy started calling me delusional. This boy sent me laughing emojis and was like, you are mad delusional. It's like a dream. Like he's acting like I'm stupid. No, you ever had a dream where it felt so real? Like no, like I'm not capping, right? Later on that night, I get an incoming call from one of my friends. So I answered the phone. It was nothing new. We always talked on the phone. He was like, hey, I don't mean to be messy. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I think I seen Stanley in Glenwood neighborhood. Now, my friend did not live in Glenwood neighborhood, but I think she had friends that lived. I don't know what she was doing in that neighborhood because she really did not live there. But mind you guys, I did not tell nobody that I had this dream. Like when I had the dream, the only person I told was Stanley. I did not call none of my friends. I didn't tell nobody. I'm literally just like sitting in my bed heated. Like I didn't tell nobody. So the fact that my friend called me the same night and told me that she seen Stanley in Glenwood neighborhood and I had a dream that Stanley was in Glenwood neighborhood, I knew my dream was real. She basically tells me that Stanley was in Glenwood neighborhood and Stanley was linking with this girl. Like the girl came out and they went inside the house. That's basically what my friend told me. So at this point in time, I'm like, I knew it because guys, I knew that dream was real. Like it's like God wanted me to see that, right? So I went off on him. Like I called him. This time he answered the phone. So when I called him, he was like, yes, like he had an attitude. And I was like, I knew it. He was like, you knew what? You knew what? Like he started getting mad. I was like, yeah, yeah. I was like, you think my dreams are not real? What are you even talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Today, you were in Glenwood neighborhood. You were at the cul-de-sac. You parked your car, got out of the car. You went with a girl. I said, the girl is a dark-skinned girl. She came out. You gave her a kiss on the lips and y'all went inside her house and y'all started fucking. I mean, why? Mind you, I'm on the phone yelling this. All I hear was, this nigga hung up on me. So that confirmed it right then and there. Like, that confirmed it. Like, he hung up on me. So I'm going off on him in text messages, and I'm not gonna lie, this relationship was so toxic. Like, I really do not even understand why we just would not leave each other alone. Like, I couldn't get it. Well, I know why. You know, the pipe was good, you know, the shit was good, you know what I mean? The sexual chemistry was top tier, you know. I'm not that type of girl nowadays. I'm the type of person where, like, I don't care how good the shit is. Like, if we're toxic or we're not able to, like, you know, get along outside of the sex, we can't be, right? Come in. You know the crazy thing, Bruno? I'm telling a story time about Stanley in my story time.
Yeah, I seen him.
Did he see you?
I was in the car. He was inside.
Oh, he was inside?
Yeah, and I was like, is that old boy? And then that's when I was like, yeah, that is him. And he was grabbing his bag and walking out. He got in his car. And
he worked there?
No. He was getting food.
Oh.
Yeah.
What car does he drive? This nigga Stanley was so crazy, y'all. When I stopped talking to Stanley, this is getting off topic from the actual story. I know, I'm sorry, y'all. This story is all over the place, but I want to get, I don't know. This story is everywhere. But Bruno, when I started talking to Stanley, and when let me tell you how toxic this relationship was. This boy, he will sometimes see my brother at the gym, right? He used to run up to my brother. Mind you, my brother is younger than me, y'all. Like, my brother is 6 years younger than me. Like, why are you running up to my little brother? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, you're weird.
I'm trying to ask for your number. Damn, this shit bright as hell. This nigga runs up to me, hey, Bruno, what's good? I'm like, what's good? He's like, oh.
Did you know who he was?
Yeah, at the first time, no.
Okay.
But then he told me. And then that's when I started seeing his brother. So yeah, he was like, yeah, what's good with you? This nigga would try to fake talk to me. Just to ask for my sister's number. This nigga would be like, yo, what's good with you? Blase, blase.
Because he would delete my number every time we get into it.
Yeah, I ain't know. So that's when he would be like, oh yeah, ain't your sister Irene? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, you got her number? I'm like, duh, of course I have my sister's number. And then this nigga like, yeah, can I get it? Cause I had her number, we was friends. But he said some shit like that. It was a long time ago. And I was like, nah, I'm not finna just give out my sister's number to anybody. Like, what? I was like, no. And I was
Did
like,
he say please?
Yeah, he was like, please. I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask her, cause I'm not finna just give it to you. And he was like, all right, yeah, I understand. So I asked my sister, and she was like, hell no. It was a good 5 times he did this shit.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, 5. I told you every time I'm talking. You gotta edit that shit.
Yeah, I gotta edit it.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm not used to this YouTube shit nicknames. Used to the nicknames. I accidentally said the actual name.
So would it fall back?
This nigga went to go follow me on Instagram, dog. Nah, this nigga crazy. Never followed him back.
Cause he was trying to follow me.
He was trying to follow her, but you blocked him. So yeah, this nigga went to go follow me. Like, I was gonna accept it. So I ain't accept that shit.
And please tell them that he is not cute. I know you a nigga, but you know.
He not ugly to me, but I mean he just look like a regular ass nigga to me. I'm not finna sit here and say the nigga ugly or nigga.
He ugly, y'all.
To her, he ugly. It is what it is.
Did you enjoy being a YouTuber?
Yeah, I liked it. I think I'm gonna start a YouTube channel.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna sit here and talk about my life and the things I've done. Yeah, my life crazy.
No, it's not.
Bro, stop, bro. This is my time.
Oh,
you got your time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
it is. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel very soon.
All right.
I'm gonna be talking about my life and the crazy things.
Okay. Okay, Bruno. You were just supposed to talk about Stanley. Can you get out of the chair?
I'm gonna talk about the things I've done.
The chair, nigga, it's over. All right, y'all, and this is what I love about Vlogmas, because literally Vlogmas is like all about, like, you know, doing things out of the box and, you know, doing things that you normally wouldn't do. Yeah, like, I would not normally have my brother sitting here and tell y'all a part of my story. But I just had, I had to let you guys, I had to let somebody else come and tell, because I know some people will probably look at me and be like, she crazy, or this stuff never happened. all this shit happened, bro. Like, Stanley was crazy. Point in time, Stanley hung up the phone on me. He hung it up. And I texted him and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I was like, you hung up because you know I'm telling the truth. And he basically was like, no, I hung up because you're delusional. But if I was delusional, wouldn't you, like, if you knew you didn't do that, wouldn't you try to plead your case? Like, why would you hang up, right? Fast forward to now, we're all at an alternative school. If you guys do not know, I ended up going to alternative school too. Stanley got sent to alternative school with the girl that he slept with on the staircase, and then I got sent a week later for drugs, right? So we're gonna name this girl, we're gonna give this bitch, we're gonna call her Valentine, right? I'm gonna give you guys a description of Valentine. Valentine was this caramel complexion girl. She was like, I'm 5'3". I'm gonna say like 5'2" or 5'1". Like, she was shorter than me, but not that short. She was pretty. She was actually very pretty. But she wasn't like, oh my God, gorgeous, but she was pretty. And she was a skinnier girl. She had like a little booty to her. I ain't even gonna count. She wasn't small, but like she wasn't big either, right? Me and her, how I met her was, I met her through one of my friends. Now, when I got sent to alternative school, my other friend got sent to alternative school also for the drugs. Cause yeah, I already told that story. So I used to go, me and my friend went to alternative school, right? And the thing is, I did not know Valentine because my friend and me, we didn't go to the same high school. We went to 2 different high schools, right? Basically, that girl Valentine went to the same high school as my friend. Valentine and that girl, they were not friends, but they were cordial with each other. They used to kick it with each other and stuff at their old high school. So I guess when they came to the alternative school, they clicked, right? Or whenever I would go talk to my friend, Valentine will always be there. So eventually my friend just introduced me to her, and my friend would be like, Irene, this is Valentine. Valentine, this is Irene, right? Me and Valentine, we just start talking more and more, like, you know, the usual. Like, you ask her, oh, what you in here for? I'm in here for drugs, or I'm in here for fighting. Like, that's just the way that you start up a conversation in alternative school, and then from there you kick it off, right? Mind you, I never had no class with Valentine. I used to talk to her during hallway transition, even though we couldn't even talk in the hallways, but we would always do it. And then I would talk to her before and after school, right? Remember you guys in the story time, the girl who Stanley had sex on the staircase with was going around telling everyone that I was the one who had sex on the staircase, because she did not want to tell. Because like I told you guys in that other story time, whenever you ask people, hey, what you in here for? Like, that's like the best way to start up a conversation in alternative school. So everybody will ask, and I'm guessing the girl, she didn't want to tell people, oh, I'm here for getting ran from the back on staircase D. And I got caught by a teacher. I guess she didn't want to tell people that. So she told people that she was fighting. Because the thing is, if you were at alternative school for like a negative reason, like that was considered a negative reason, people would come up to you and ask you what you in here for, to be funny. Because 9 times out of 10, like, certain people already know what you in here for, because people talk, you know what I mean? So people would talk to someone and be like, oh, you know, such and such, she in here for fucking on the staircase. So somebody else will be messy and try to go ask you, knowing what you already in here for. The girl who Stanley had messed with would say that she was in there for fighting. But you know, people would come and say, that's not what I heard. I heard you were in here for having sex on the staircase. And this girl would legit say that it was me who did it. And people ran with it. Even people at my old high school, some of them, they didn't even know why I got kicked out of school. They really thought that I got kicked out of school for messing with Stanley on the staircase, because everybody knew Stanley got caught fucking on the staircase, but nobody knew who the girl was. And then the fact that I got sent to alternative school right after him, they just automatically assumed it was me, because like I told you, everyone knew that we were messing around. So people at my old high school were saying, yeah, this and that, and I had to have, my friends were defending my name. My friends were like, no, like my friends were not playing that, right? People at the alternative school started thinking that that's why I was there too, and I had to tell them niggas, nah, I was there for smoking weed. I was gonna go to class, but then I got high. Like, bitch, that's why I'm here, bitch. I got high. That's why I'm here. The girl Valentine, she finally gets to talking to me, because whenever me and her would talk, it would be surface level. So one day we get to talking and she's like, you ain't in here for fucking on the staircase? And I was like, no. And I was so tired of people asking me that, because it was so annoying. So I was like, girl, no. So I gave her basically this whole rundown that I just gave you guys. I gave her, and she was like, oh. And she was like, and she made like a face, and I was like, what? She was like, I don't get it. Like, I just really don't get it. And I was like, what you mean you don't get it? She was like, Stanley is ugly. And I was just like, and mind you, y'all, Stanley is not cute. Like, if you guys see Stanley, I know my brother, he trying to be nice and shit. He don't want to call people ugly and stuff like that. But Stanley not all that. Like, he not cute. And I don't know if he will ever watch this. I hope he does it. But, like, he's just not cute. Like, he ain't cute to me. He ain't cute like how I used to think he was cute. But Stanley was very persistent. So it drew me to him, right? She gets to talking about how Stanley's not cute, and I used to hate when girls would tell me that, because so many people used to tell me that Stanley wasn't cute. Like, so many people used to always be like, girl, what do you see in him? And it just used to annoy me, because you know how, like, when you like a guy that is not conventionally attractive, and then you have all your friends telling you that he's not cute, and what do you see in him, and this and that, it gets annoying after a while, because it's like, all right, y'all, like, y'all not dating him. I am, like, or it's cool, like, y'all not dating him. Like, I'm tired of people asking me, what do I see in this boy 24/7? Like, I'm tired of it. Mind you, at that time, me and Stanley was not talking, because I was mad that he went and had sex with that girl on the staircase. So I was not messing with Stanley to even want to even talk about him at the time. I told her straight up, I'm like, girl, I really do not even, like, I don't want to talk about Stanley. I was like, that, you know, I found him attractive. Like, it's that simple. Valentine did not listen. She started going in. She's like, well, I really don't even understand what you was seeing him. Like, he is not cute at all. Like, like, do you see him? Like, this and that. Like, she started going in, right? My friend, she was like, girl, she said she didn't want to talk about it. And the girl was like, I mean, I'm just saying, right? I had told my friend, because I got on the phone with my friend after school, and I told my friend, I was like, Valentine doing too much. Like, she was just doing way too much. Like, she was doing way too much, right? And my friend was like, I don't even know why she kept going in. My friend was like, when you told her that you did not want to talk about it no more, she should have left the situation alone. Like, I don't even know why she kept going in, right? It didn't really make me angry. It just kind of made me like, okay, girl, you're doing too much. A couple of days go on, and I begin to see Valentine in the hallway. Valentine starts talking to me more, right? I'm gonna say the very next week, I spot Stanley talking to Valentine after, like, when school is over with. Like, she used to ride his bus. He didn't ride my bus because he lived in a different area than me, so he did not ride my bus route, but she rode his bus. So before I got on the bus, I looked and I seen him hovering over her. Like, and the thing is, you know, when you mess with a guy for so long, you know when he risen a girl up. Like, you know when you messed around with a guy for so long, you know when he trying to talk to, you know when he macking, you know when he macking, you know. And I couldn't really hear their conversation, but the way he was moving with his hands and his head, and the way she was smiling and shit, I could just feel something. Like, I felt an energy, right? So I had told my friend, I was like, I don't know. I said, I don't know if I'm tripping, but Valentine and Stanley, they, like, you know, first of all, you just called this nigga ugly the other day. You said that you don't even understand how what any girl would see in him. Why you over there macking this shit with him? Like, what is that? And my friend was like, yeah, I don't know either. And the thing is, I wasn't about to text Stanley and confront him, because like I said, I was not talking. Me and Stanley weren't talking. We were not talking at all around that time. We were not texting, nothing. Like, we were done. I told myself that I was done with him forever, but I still mess with him, y'all. At that point in time, I told myself I was done with him forever, right? I could not say nothing to him nor confront him, and yeah. So at this point in time, my friend, she was like, I don't know. Like, she's like, I don't know what's going on. And the thing is, like I told you guys before, me and Valentine, we ain't friends like that. My friend was more friends with Valentine than I was. So I told my friend, I'm like, could you figure that out for me? And she was like, girl, you know I got you, because at the end of the day, me and my friend, we was closer than she was with Valentine. So she was like, I'm gonna figure it out. So boom. While this is going on, as the days go on, Valentine starts avoiding me in the hallways. The hallway transitions were, you had to walk on the side of the wall. Like, you couldn't walk in the middle of the halls, and you had to walk in the single file line to your next class to avoid, like, disruption and all that talking. So, you know, sometimes there will be people walking on the wall coming this way. There will be people walking this way. So me and her, we were kind of walking like this. I was suspicious about them macking, but I don't have proof, so I'm not gonna, like, you know, read too much into it, you know. Tell me why we were walking and I was walking past her and I was like, I waved at her. Tell me why this girl acted like she didn't see me. I know how embarrassing that is for you to wave at someone and they don't say nothing back. They don't look your way. I was like, this girl legit, when she saw me, like, mind you, she made eye contact with me and then she went like that and she kept walking. I literally was like, now, remember I told you guys that I would talk to her sometimes after school because she would be with my friend. Tell me why when after school would come, she would start avoiding my friend. She would not talk to her. This girl stopped talking to me. And I told my friend, I'm like, is Valentine talking to you? Like, why she don't come over and talk to us no more? And my friend was like, I mean, she talked to me because her and Valentine, they had classes together. I did not have no classes with Valentine, but my friend and Valentine, they had classes together. My friend basically was like, she talked when I'm not around. Whenever I was around my friend, Valentine would not come. And I was just so confused. I'm like, what's going on? So then I started asking, have you asked her about Stanley? Like, bitch, I need you to, you know, speed up the process. She'll be like, girl, yes. Like, I asked her, but like, she avoids it. Like, she just like, and I was like, what did you ask her? And my friend basically was like, she told her, she was like, girl, I see you over there talking and playing with Stanley. Like, what's going on? And she said that Valentine like did like a little giggle. She was like, and she's like, nothing. At that moment, bitch, I wanted to go over there and knock her, punch her head. What do you mean nothing? What is this giggle? Like, what is this? This is somebody who you said was ugly. It should not be no giggle around here. When my friend asked you, have you talked to Stanley, or were you talking to Stanley, or what you and Stanley were talking about, bitch, you should have said nothing with a stone cold face, killer. What is you sitting here go, nothing? Is he raising you up or what? So at this point, I'm starting to get heated because not even just because of the fact that she messed with my guy, which wasn't really even my guy, but y'all know what I mean. Like, what used to upset me about girls and this boy is that everybody used to call this boy ugly, and then I will find out that they're messing with him. So at this point, I start getting mad, and I told my friend, I'm like, I'm gonna go confront her. And my friend was like, chill, Irene, let me get more shit out of her. Like, she's like, if you gonna confront her, we ain't gonna never really get, like, if she messing with him or not. Like, let me get more shit out of her. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna lay low, right? Me and my friend, we link, because we had like 2 classes together, I think. So me and my friend, we link in one of our classes, and my friend legit looked at me and she was like, you ain't gonna be happy with this news. And I'm like, what? Mind you, at this time, school is about to be over. Like, school is almost coming to an end. Like, we're getting ready to go. Valentine linked with Stanley. I don't know whether Valentine told her this because school was coming to an end and she kind of just figured, oh, I don't have to see Irene no more. Like, you know, I'm good. Like, you know, I don't have to see her no more. So I might as well just tell old girl what I did. I don't know what made her tell, but she finally told that they linked up and they fucked. And at this point, I'm thinking, so you talked about that nigga. You said he was so ugly. Mind you, I told you I didn't want to talk about it. You still continue to talk about it. And then you go and you fuck him. The nigga that was ugly, the guy that you said was ugly. You went and had sex with him for what? Why? I thought he was ugly. I thought he was ugly. And that's what, like I said before, that's what used to upset me about girls. Because like I told you, it used to be girls coming up to me saying like, oh, I don't know what you see in him, this and that. They was fucking him. They were all, not all of them, but I used to hear stories about them messing with him later on throughout the school year. You calling him ugly, but you letting him smash. And the thing with Stanley is Stanley know how to talk. Like, Stanley can talk to a girl. Like, Stanley can raise a girl up. Like, he know how to, if Stanley wants you, he gonna get you eventually. Like, not with every girl, but if Stanley wants you, he gonna get you. That's just the type of guy he was. Because like I told you before in the beginning, I did not want Stanley. Like, when Stanley kept trying to talk to me, I legit was like, nah, hell no, I'm not talking to this guy. But because Stanley was so persistent, y'all, I gave him a chance. Like, I was like, okay, let me give him a chance because this guy is so persistent. And I don't know, like, I was attracted to that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, I wasn't gonna confront her like, oh, I'm gonna fight her, this and that. But like, I wanted her to be like, I wanted her to like, you know, I wanted to call her out basically. And we were getting ready to gather in the restroom before we went to our class. Going inside the restroom with my friend, and she just so happened to already be in the restroom. And I don't know, for some unknown reason, mind you, the way it worked was you cannot talk in the restroom. There used to be a teacher that would stand outside the doors, and if she would hear talking, she would come in and she would be like, who's talking? But for this day, I don't know why, no teacher stood by the door. Like, we legit was just in the restroom talking up a storm, right? My friend, we come in and she at the sink and she washing her hands. When she see me, she looked like she seen like a ghost, like not on no funny shit. She was like, I'm looking at her like, yeah. yeah, boo, yeah. And mind you, I put my hand up, I'm like, you was talking all that shit about how Stanley was ugly, but then you let him fuck? So my friend, mind you, my friend, like I told you before, me and her, we were closer. So my friend just kind of felt like, you know, shit, if Irene got an issue with her, like, I'm not friends with her no more because, you know, me and my friend was closer. She does not answer my question. She straight up looks at my friend like this. Like on some like, why'd you tell her? What did you thought my friend wasn't gonna tell me? Like, I'm mad confused. Like, you thought that my friend wasn't gonna tell me? So I'm like, are you gonna answer the question or not? She legit looks, mind you, she's looking at my friend and she looks at me and she's like, I didn't fuck him. I'm like, okay, but y'all linked, right? But y'all linked, right? He's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm like, oh, you don't know what I'm talking about? I was like, she told me what y'all did. Like, y'all linked up. You fucked him, right? You fucked him. Girl legit walks out the restroom. She doesn't say nothing to me. She completely walks out the restroom. She does not say nothing at all to me. I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, so you want to ignore me, huh? You want to ignore me. You saw I was talking to you, want to ignore me. Now, like I told you guys before, I was not messing with him no more at this point in time. So I'm not gonna go fight her over it. Like, I'm not gonna go be like, oh yeah, we need to fight now because you did this. Like, nah, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna raise her up over this situation. You get what I mean? So y'all gonna call me petty. Call it what you want. But I had to shoot Stanley a little texty text. I texted that boy and I said, just to let you know. And I said, Valentine. I said, just to let you know, that girl Valentine that you just had sex with, I said, she called you ugly, okay? I said, you sitting up here, you had sex with her, but she told me, she came up to me and she basically said that she does not know how I would ever have sex with you, that you are very ugly. You are one of the ugliest niggas. Mind you, she said that he is one of the ugliest guys in the school, at the alternative school. This girl told me that you're one of the ugliest guys in the program, that she would not know how I would have sex with her. And I was like, and look at that. She went and had sex with you. I was like, somebody who called you ugly, that's who's having sex with you. Now, of course, me and Stanley at this time, we were beefing and everything. Like, he did not like me. I didn't like him. So when I texted him that, he did not text me back at all. Like, he ignored the text messages. Like I told y'all before, Stanley was really good at ignoring me. Like, Stanley used to ignore the hell out of me. Like, he did not care. He used to ignore me. So when the messages went through, he didn't say nothing. But the next day, baby, my friend came up to me talking about that Valentine said that she was gonna slap me. And I was like, why did Valentine say she was gonna slap me? And my friend basically said that he confronted that ass. And I was like, yep, he needs to confront you, because it's like, you sit up here and you talk about how you could never understand how I would mess with him, but you sit up here sleeping with him and you calling this boy all types of ugly. If you think this boy is so ugly and hideous, what does it make you sleeping with him? Like, you look stupid. My friend, she was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll slap the fuck out of Irene for telling him that. And basically, Stanley went off on her and he stopped messing with her. And I was like, now, the thing with Stanley is, Stanley was a hoe, so I'm pretty sure he tried to double back on her, tried to talk to her again, but Stanley was such a hoe. Like, Stanley just used to do hoe ass shit. So, now I know you guys are ready for me to say, so I went and confronted her. No, I did not confront her. Somebody said they're gonna slap you, let them come and slap you. Then that's when you get to popping. Like, I hate girls who say, oh, when I see such and such, I'm gonna do this, and then when they see you, they don't do nothing. Why are you talking a big game like that? Like, I literally looked her dead in her eyes as we were passing by. And the thing is, I didn't want to confront her because, like I said, school was coming to an end. My principal at my high school was not trying to let me cross the stage. She did not like me. She tried to tell my parents that I can't cross the stage because I had drugs or whatnot. But I know a couple of other guys who had drugs in their car, and they got to, and she approved them to cross the stage. But she said that she didn't want me crossing the stage. She just didn't like me. And so I was basically trying to get the principal at the alternative school to convince her to let me cross the stage. So I wasn't about to go and confront this girl now. So then the principal could go back and tell her, I don't think she should cross the stage. She didn't do good in alternative programming. You know what I mean? So I didn't confront her because I'm like, school is coming to an end. Like, I'm not about to risk crossing the stage for your ass. But I would really like to see you come and slap me. I would really like to see you come and slap me. Come and do it. So when I seen her in that hallway transition, we were going like this again, I legit, as I was walking by, I was looking at her up and down like, come and do it. You say you're gonna slap me, come and do it. That girl ain't do shit. Like, and that's just the moral of the story. For my ladies who have boyfriends, if you ever see girls calling him ugly, saying, oh my God, he is so ugly, what do you see in him? Be careful, because they ass gonna end up seeing what you see in him later on in life. And also, if you always have girls commenting, talking about, oh my God, y'all are so cute, be careful, because them girls be wanting to fuck your man on the low. The only reason they really want to tell you that he is cute, but they don't want to be disrespectful, so they add you in the equation. Not everybody is like that. Sometimes I see couples and I be like, oh my God, they're so cute. But them girls that be all up your ass every time you post your boyfriend on your socials, that be sliding up like, oh my God, y'all are so cute. Oh my God, I wish I had a boyfriend like that. Or oh, be careful, bro, cause females are trifling. A female would dog your nigga out in a second if she had a chance. I hope that you guys liked it. Hope you guys like my brother. I hope you guys enjoyed my brother coming in and telling his little take. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.